Hey, what's going on guys? Today we're going to be starting a new series where I show you guys how I build a social media tycoon. I'll show you guys the process of building the scenery, tycoon buildings, and mechanics so you can get some inspiration for your own tycoon. We're going to be building this tycoon from scratch on this grass island over the course of a few videos, so make sure to keep an eye out for part 2 in a few days. I want the scenery to be a modern, futuristic city and have the tycoon buildings be big modern towers. So I went ahead and laid out some props here that I'll use to build the scenery. So let's get started, I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so I finished the basic scenery, building a huge city floor and some basic skyscrapers that are super cheap for memory and add a nice city effect to the map. Now that we have the scenery set up, I think it's time for me to make the tycoon buildings. I'm gonna get started on those, I'll give you guys some updates when I'm done. So I just finished up the main building without the details. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking so far. I think I'll put the social media logos at the top of the building and add some more details, but for now I think it's looking good. Alright, so I did go ahead and copy all the buildings. So now I'm going to go through and add some details to the outside of our city to make it look a little less bland. Alright guys, as you just saw in that time lapse, I added a lot of details to the city to make it look a lot more alive and a lot less bland. So I went ahead and added some palm trees, some bushes, just to give it some natural elements. Then I added some different city decorations like the fire hydrants, the street lamps, some trash on the ground, these fountains. Then I added this little trash area over here where they dump everything. And I added this construction zone too, where they're building new buildings. Then I also added these holographic like advertisement screens. They look really futuristic and I think they really add to the map. And then one of the last things I did is I made these robots and I made these floating cars that look super cool and definitely sell the futuristic vibe. One of the last things I want to do before I wrap up this episode is add the social media logos to the top of the towers. That way you know it's a social media tycoon and you can find your base. So I'm going to go ahead and make those logos real quick. Enjoy the time lapse. Alright, so as you guys just saw, I decided to go with the YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok logos. I put them at the top of the buildings, and I made placards at the bottom of each building with the different logos. With the logos being done, I think we're pretty much done with the outside of the Tycoon. I want to add some sort of like sewer system and maybe some air vents for mobility, but I think for now this is pretty much done. In the next episode, I want to try to get the inside of the buildings done and build the actual Tycoon area. So guys, I think that is going to be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below with some cool ideas, and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I'll see you guys next time.